Hello everyone, welcome to Stitching Ain't Easy. My name is Ashley. This right here is Norm. I forget to introduce him sometimes. Sorry, Norm. Thank you so very much for joining me today. Today is Monday, no, it's not. Today is Monday, February the 22nd, 2021. It is also Crochet Ramblings number 15. We've already made it to number 15. That's pretty wild. Okay. So before I start, I have, let's see, just one finished object. Yay for finished objects, right? We all know that, like, when you finish an object. So one finished object, it's a really good one, and a couple of whips. But before I get to that, I have very exciting news. I can't wait to share this with you guys. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm sure you know Miss Rose from Rose Likes Crochet here on YouTube. She is an absolute doll for the things that she does. She is so sweet. Okay, so if you don't, she works with an organization out of the Chicago area that helps women that are in domestic abuse situations. She gives them items, handmade items, obviously crochet, knit, whatever, other things, I'm sure. Handmade items. Anyway, I think that is so special. So I know that she does that for Chicago. We live in a little town. I've mentioned that before. I try to be as vague as possible, because I know that I have friends and people I can trust on here, but also it's the internet, and so I try to be real vague. Anyway, we live in a small town. Not a lot of people, but also within our 40-mile area, there are at least four shelters that I know of, like women and children's shelters. So I thought it would be cool to help people like home, you know what I mean? Nothing at all with, like, I think the Chicago thing is amazing, but I also know that, you know, like I said, we live in a small town, so I mean, they probably don't get a whole lot. So I Googled, because Google is your friend. So I Googled, and I found, like I said, there's, well, three, I guess. It's like they're part of a group, and there are three, like, area places. So I called the one that would be the next, well, I guess technically it's the town by us, but anyway. So I called our town. Let's say that. Actually, the first time I called the one that's like a ways away, she connected me with a lady here. They're both super sweet ladies. And I asked them, just like, okay, I just have a question, you know, I crochet. Could you guys use like blankets or like little loveys, like either adult size blankets or child size blankets, like little loveys, like amigurumis. Obviously I said little stuffed guys because, you know, I said amigurumis and then I said or stuffed guys. And she said that would be amazing, and she kept talking about what a wonderful gift that was, and I was like, I don't think you understand. Like, I have things that I've been wanting to give, and I've told you guys before, I have some hats and amigurumis and things that I give to a lady that I know, and she takes them to a place in Oklahoma City for the kiddos down there in the oncology department, which is amazing, by the way. I love that she takes those down there for me, and I truly appreciate it. I just thought it would be cool also, like I said, to do something for the kiddos and the women that, I mean, honestly, some of these women come and they have absolutely nothing. You know, they'll have, we say they're kiddos, some of them just come and they're just women, but some of them have nothing. Some of them have bags, are lucky enough to have gotten away with things, but some of them don't, and it's just heartbreaking. So, I kind of just feel like I have all of this, right? And I've said that before, like, any way that I can kind of give back my time and my craft and what I love to do. I feel like that's part of the reason that you know, God blessed me with the gift of being able to crochet, and so I feel like I should pass that on. Okay, so anyway, so I called and talked to her, and she's officially put me on the volunteer list, which is very exciting. So anyway, this is completely up to y'all. I don't even want to like make a thing. If no one wants to, that's fantastic. I totally understand. But if anyone who's watching this would like to make something, donate something, doing like, you know, stuffing, even if you don't want to make anything, whatever, that's fine. Then if you go into my about part, then I have my email in there, and if you guys just want to email me, then I can give you my address or whatever. We'll figure something out. If not, that's fine. Once again, this is a no pressure channel at all. I am just beyond excited to be able to help out these women and these kiddos. So on their list of things that they need or would love to have, other than obviously like toiletries and clothing and things like that, but as far as, sorry, I have a rash all over currently. Anyway, but as far as, it's not contagious, it's just my body hating itself. I ate something I shouldn't have, and sorry, side note, I didn't even mean to bring that up. Anyway, okay, so on their list of things that they have, or that they would like I said, as far as crochet or knit, handmade, however, items, sewn items, some blankets for either adults or the kiddos, toddler size, a lot, or infant size. A lot of them come in and, you know, they're littler kids. Like I said, either loveys, which are like the blankets. Sorry, I got a text from my husband. Anyway, like the loveys with the little stuffed animals with like the blankets around them, or just some amigurumis, like just little guys, which I currently have none of because there's a platypus up here, but you can't see him. Let's see if we can get you up there. Hold on. Right there. He's a platypus. You can't really see him at all. Anyway, that's my wedding bouquet from the second time that sounds, every time I say that, so the second time we got married, and that's not what happened. We have been married the whole time. We renewed our vows. My papa actually married us. That was like my favorite day. Like of all my days, that was my favorite day. Anyway, that's my bouquet that I made. I made one for myself and for my best friend, and she was my maid of honor, and it was so much fun. We'd been married 10 years at that point, so this was almost 10 years ago. So anyway, okay, back down. Hold on once again. Anyway, sorry, I ramble, I get sidetracked. I feel like if you've been here, you know this, but also this is why this is called Crochet Ramblings, because you never know. You never know where it's gonna go. So anyway, okay, back to the point, Ashley. Focus. Said the blankets, the loveys, the amigurumis. She said hats and scarves. She's like, you know, it looks really sunny out today, so I'm hoping winter's over, but probably not. I was like, yeah, probably not. So anyway, so hats and scarves. If not, they can all, I mean, it's gonna get cold again eventually, right? Socks. She also said that they would love to have like any like pot holders or washcloths, hand towels, like scrubbies, anything like that, because they have a kitchen and they cook and all of those things. She mentioned that her grandma used to crochet, and that she had a, she's like, I just appreciate that you do that as your art. She's like, that is just so neat. My grandma crocheted. She's like, I think it's so neat that people still crochet. And she said that she had a crocheted stocking that her grandma made her whenever she was born. She's 47 years old, still uses that stocking. She's like, so I know that it's good, sturdy stuff. I was like, all right. So she's so excited. I'm so thankful and blessed to be able to do this. I'm happy that I found somewhere home. So nothing against, you know, sending things off, but I've always kind of felt like that. Like if I can help someone right here, like in my backyard, I feel like that's where I should be, like, doing my thing. So, okay. So that's what I'm going to start doing. I'm so very excited. So I'm going to start showing you guys different things that I make for them. So, I have my little box over here already with some donation things in it, but I have my mine went blank, my temperature blanket that I've been making. This is my January one. My original plan was to give these to like the nursing home, the local nursing home, but, and I still might. I mean, don't get me wrong, I still might. It's just with COVID, everything's really scary, and I don't want to, you know, I don't know how that works with nursing homes and things. So anyway, but I would love to still, like I said, so these are either going to a nursing home or like that. That's a pretty good toddler size blanket. So we'll see. Either way, it's a donation. So I'm so very excited though to be able to do this with them. And I think it is so cool. Also, I wrote on my list Hacky Sacks because I've been wanting to make Hacky Sacks, and I thought like there's gonna be older kids. They're not all little bitty kids, you know. So some fun like bright color blankets for teenagers or tweens or kids, not babies. And like I said, maybe some Hacky Sacks or just fun little things. She said that whenever they come in, like the kids, that they like to give them, like I said, either a blanket or a stuffed animal or something, you know, just to make them feel safe, and then they get to take that with them. She said, you know, they're kind of in and out a lot. It's pretty heart-wrenching, y'all. So anyway, so just another reason I know how blessed that I am. I need you guys to know. So, like I said, it's fine. Not even trying to pressure anyone into doing anything. I just was so very excited to share that with you guys, that I found somebody other than, like I said, my lady that I send things with to Oklahoma City. I found someone that's like, I can send actual blankets and socks and things like that that go to someone, and I'm so very excited. So, okay, enough with that. Now on to yarn. I guess that was still yarn. Still into yarn. Alright, so I've shown this one before. I went a little bit further. This is my car project for Louisiana that I was working on. Trying to find my stitch marker. Alright, there it is. So this little cake stitch marker is where I was last time I showed you guys. You can see it, there he is. And so that's how far I've made it, just from the purple to there. I was originally thinking this way, but it didn't go very long. It's a good length this way. It just needs obviously some more width, but once again, I thought a good like kid blanket. It's a good size for that, right? So this one is going to be a donate. I'm so excited. Okay, so I have, I didn't bring my yarn in here. I've used maybe like 2/3 of each skein so far. So I'm thinking finish those out a little bit more. It's probably about 1/3 of how big I want it to be. But anyway, so that's one of the things that is also going to be in the donate. So this is it. In case anyone's curious, this is the Jayda stitches, the chevron, zigzag, ripple, something else blanket. I always forget the other one. That's her pattern. And then the colors are all big twist. Grape, coral, teal, white, varsity yellow. And I did 200 stitches, and then whatever I wanted as far as color and order. I just did either 1 or 2 rows. So anyway, so that one's going to be a donate. Exciting times. Okay, so this is my finished object. You guys, I'm so excited. Okay, are you ready? Okay, see if I can scoot back. Oh gosh, I scooted you. Sorry for the bumps. Here we go. Okay, there's that side. Is that the right side? This is where, nope. This is where the color comes in. Hang on. I'm trying. Okay, let's go back up. Okay, so this is my mile a minute blanket. I'm doing the Jayda Stitches mile a minute blanket. In January was so much fun that I needed a blanket out of it. I've never made a mile a minute blanket, so this is what I made. So, excuse me, my voice is known. I've been on the phone all morning. Okay, so my white is Red Heart Soft White. This is the Red Heart Cherry Red, Super Saver Cherry Red, Big Twist Red. Let's draw Big Twist for a second. Let's see, Orange, Varsity Orange, Varsity Yellow, Pale Yellow, Forest Green. This is Red Heart Super Saver Spring Green, Big Twist Varsity Yellow, Cornflower Blue, Grape, and Lilac. Did it. Alright, so anyway, so what I did is I did a mile a minute, and then I out bordered them, I suppose, all in the soft white. Okay. And like I said before, I used the mandala Bebe, and this is the color Rainbow Falls. It's a 3 light, so I thought it would be perfect to stitch them together. So that was my plan. Originally, I was going to just stitch them together in white, just so it was all white. And then I've had this skein, and it's just set up here because it was so pretty. And I decided that it would be perfect to stitch them together. So that's, like I said, what I did. So this is what I have. I still need to put this into a ball. So, okay, I started with this red. I don't know what that was. We're just going to ignore it. Okay, so I started with this red, which was, like, it's kind of, I tried to do the color before it, like, for the stitch. So anyway, this red I got from the middle. And then this is kind of that other red. This was like the start of the outside. It looks kind of like an orangish red. It's kind of a weird color. I should have went in the middle with it too, but too late now. Okay, so anyway, and then I, like I said, started doing the orange. This is a darker orange. And then I had, like I said, this whole ball, so I just rolled it. I did the brighter orange, or the darker orange, should I say, and then I rolled it, the rest of it up into this little ball until I got to the bright orange, and then I stitched it together, and then I rolled it up until I got to the yellow, and I stitched those together. Then I rolled the yellow up until I got to this green. Yeah, that's green. There's like some blue on it. Anyway, to that green, and I did it. I did this lighter green, and this was on the outside of this darker green, so I rolled this up and had it waiting. Did this one, then went back to this bright green for this, and then just kept going. And let's see, this dark blue was first, so I did the dark blue, rolled it up, and then I haven't rolled these up yet. This was my blue for this, and then I just pulled the rest of this just off because I was over rolling them up. Just pulled it off of there, snipped it, threw this to the side. Secret time. And then whoop, I stuck that in my mouth. Anyway, and then I just did one purple. I would kind of like a lighter purple right here, but then it wouldn't make any sense. So there's just one purple, so I just did that. I need to roll this into another little gumball from my gumball machine, and then I'll have a red. So these are my little gumballs that I made. So yeah, so like I said, so it looks like this on this side, and you can see where I stitched it together. And then on this side, it just kind of ish looks white, but you can see it. So that's it, and it's super duper warm. I've been using it a lot, and I quite enjoy it. I'm gonna heave it up onto the bed. I'm sorry. Okay, wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be. So anyway, I had so much fun making that blanket. I cannot even tell you. Such a good time, because I just got to be creative and do whatever, and I like doing that with my blankets. Like I said, my plan was to just stitch it together in white. It was like, I don't like that. I'm gonna just mangle this skein of yarn and see what happens. So that's what I did. So there we go. FO. Yay. Round of applause. Okay. So my last thing that I want to show you guys, because we're already 20 minutes in, because I was so excited at the first about my news that I just kept talking. So I'm participating in, I'm not going to make this a separate video because I'm not sure how that works. I'm just going to throw them into these just so you guys know. Anyway, I'm going to participate in the Luck of the Draw blanket. It is from, Luck of the Draw blanket 3, should I say. This is the 3rd year that she's done it. And it is from Nancy over at Nan's Next Knots. So I was watching Miss Laura over at Mad Mimi's Crochet, and she had mentioned this blanket from, like I said, Nancy at Nan's Next Knots. I will link them both below also. Okay, so what she does is every Thursday she has like 8 numbers that go with 8 colors of yarn. She has a little ball or a little ball. Oh, I'm so used to saying scrap balls. She has a little bowl, and she draws the number out of the bowl. Luck of the draw. Whichever one she draws, that's which color goes into your blanket. You have a main color, then your 8 colors. You can choose whatever she wants. She's doing like shades of blue, which I think is very cool. I'm weird. Feel like everyone who's watching knows this. I'm doing variegateds. I'm very excited about it. None of them match. They're all just fun, and I'm thinking it's going to be good. Okay, so the deal is, I'm going to show you guys which color and what thing. So if you've watched me for a second at all, then you know that our family surprise blanket is our family blanket, obviously. I have 3 kids. I'm doing the movie and a stitch, the hashtag movie and stitch, for another family blanket also. I realize my kids aren't that big. They're going to be here for a long time. That way when we all have couch time and hang out, they'll have their own family blanket. And then, you know, whatever. Okay, so I've needed a 3rd family blanket, right? And I've said this for a while. It's like, well, I don't know what I'm going to do. Well, guess what, guys? I figured it out. So I'm stealing her idea. Also doing this along with her. The Luck of the Draw thing. I'm just adding something sort of ish to it. I don't know if this is cool. Once again, it'll be like movie and stitch. If this isn't cool, y'all can just boot me out the back door. I won't be offended at all. Okay, so my colors, let's just do this. Move all of my little pretty gumballs here and my babay. Moira joke. Okay, so, oh, that's not gonna be any better. I'm too short now, I can't see it. Turn it. Okay, so, let's see. I think that's the first one. Yes. Okay, so like I said, so you have 8 colors. Just random colors. She draws them. You never know what's going to be what. But this is my first color, so whenever she draws the number 1, this is what will go into my blanket. I guess I should tell you my main color first. Hang on. Getting ahead of myself, as always. You have a main color. So since I got so many of these with the 64-cent thing, my main color is Super Saver in the color Erin. Okay, and I'm using my J or my 6mm hook. I don't like the metal ones. I prefer the plastic ones, but I don't have a plastic one in a 6. But just that way, it's just kind of a little bit flimsier and stuff. Okay, so that's my main color. So for my first color is Red Heart in the color Polo Stripe. These are all going to be 4 weights. So whenever she draws number 1, okay, I'm going to put 3 rows of this into my blanket, and also we're going to have a family night. What? I know you guys are so surprised. So this is going to be our 3rd family memory blanket. Yay. I have a lot of memory blankets going on. Hope everyone remembers each memory. So, okay. So for this one, for number 1, it'll be this Red Heart Polo Stripe. And we will do either movie or TV night. We'll just decide. There's not going to be anything like really, like, in concrete. I can't think of any set in stone. Nothing else is like set in stone, but that's kind of what we're doing in concrete. Oh my goodness. Okay, so anyway, the next color, so for number 2, yeah, okay. Also, red heart, these are just all the variegateds I had, and I was like, okay, let's just see what happens. So, I don't even know what it's going to look like. Luck of the draw, that's the fun part. Okay, so this is, like I said, the color Bright Stripe. This is number 2. Once she chooses number 2, we shall play board games that night. Don't know what board game? That's what we're going to do. Number 3. Ooh, this is a good one. Okay. Number 3 is Mainstay in the color Purple Multi. And for this one, we're going to have fun dinner night and movie or TV show. For fun dinner, I mean like before we've had hibachi night where we make like hibachi noodles and chicken and the whole thing, and we have like little fryers set out on the bar instead of us doing it on the stove, and the kids sit at the bar and we make like fun dinner because you have to get real creative in quarantine. So things like that, just like either that or we do pizza night sometimes where we have like all the fixings for pizza and they all get to make their own pizza and they think that's such a good time. So that is my 3rd one. Okay. And then, uh-oh, this guy has an issue. For my 4th color, excuse me, for my 4th color is Karen Simply Soft in the color, let me make sure that's what I wrote down, but that's right, yep, color Times Square. Just pinks and blues and purples. And for this one, we will have a video game tournament. That's right. I may be good at the game, I may not. So, okay. Then is this one. Mainstay, Black Multi. And for this one, we will have either, I've talked about in our family movie night, how we have Bob Ross night sometimes where we paint and like Bob Ross on the TV and everyone sits around and paints. We either do Bob Ross night or some sort of art night, like draw or paint or do some sort of craft or something for that one. They're all gonna roll downhill. Please don't. Okay. Blue Multi, Mainstay. I love this one. I still need to make a hat out of this. Okay, so for this one, it's family choice. So when this one comes up, we'll just see what we want to do that night. Free space. All right, so this one is the Red Heart Super Saver in the color Favorite Stripe. It is very pretty. Okay, so for this one, we're going to do music night. I mentioned before, pretty much everyone in this house can play an instrument or at least can sing or do something somewhat musically related. So, music night. I figure my husband would appreciate that one. So, there you go. All right. Oh, it's gonna fall. Oh no, don't fall. Okay, so for my 8th night, or for my 8th color, should I say, camo, Red Heart, camouflage. This one doesn't go really with any of them. It's just what I had. And my son's like, that's gonna look good. And I asked Miss Angelia, and she also agrees it'll be okay. So, all right. So, for this one, for Red Heart, we have an air hockey table. We have a screened-in back porch. We have an air hockey table and a foosball table, and we also have like a little, it's like a little putting green, and then it goes up into a little bitty, it's like a roll-out green, and then it goes into one little hole for putt-putt. So you can either do air hockey, foosball, or putt-putt for that night. Okay, so this is my blanket so far, because she already picked one color, and it was number 8. So this is the top. Not that I'm going to forget which top it is or where the top is, but just so you know, it's my stitch marker that I made. I love this one. You can see it. It's kind of blurry. Anyway, so for the top, I just did, like I said, Erin, I did a row of double crochets. Then she picked her first color, which is number 8. And I did this, and she's, like, so we're doing I'm using my 6mm hook, but she's having us do, like, you can do whatever stitch you want to. She's doing a solid row and then a double crochet chain one skip one, which I feel like everyone knows I kind of like, so I was alright with doing that. So you do a solid row, like your kind of lacy looking row, and then your solid row. And then this is my, like, my in-between row. So there's my solid color, my lacy row, my solid color. I did, I think, 145, because she says to do an odd number. I'm pretty sure it was 145. It's gonna be weird now and fold over. But anyway, so that's it so far. See if I can put my colors together that have fallen. I don't know if it's gonna work or not. They're all right here. I could just take y'all for a ride. That'd probably be easier. You ever do something and instantly regret it? Okay, there we go. So, those are my colors for my Luck of the Draw blanket. My basket back. Okay. So, anyway, that's what I have so far. Like I said, every Thursday she draws a number and then we get to decide. So, yeah. I think it'll be a whole lot of fun. Like I said, I think it'll be cool to kind of incorporate another family thing and have another fun family activity to do. So anyway, I'm at 31 minutes and that is insane. I didn't think this was going to be this long, so I apologize. So thank you guys so very much, I guess, right? If y'all stayed to the end of my crochet ramblings, because that's what they are. Rolled over to 32 minutes. Alright, so anyway, so thank you guys so very, very much for staying to the end. I will link the ladies that I talked about below if you guys want to check out the blanket. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. It goes for 20 weeks, so not quite the whole year, so it'll be good. Alright, so thank you guys. I hope you have a very blessed day, and I will talk to you very soon.